Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Anthony Gould now to return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. At their own 43-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll go again here with Taylor. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line. The motion man here is Mitchell. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Roger McCreary.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Now, he'll air one out. He's got it! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a second down and 8. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That is caught. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. Past midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The kicking team on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. There's Lockett for the catch. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down for Tennessee.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a handoff to Pollard. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the 1st down with Pollard. And he will have a Titans 1st down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different.
And he's in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown Titans. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with it.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. L'Jarius Sneed in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Colts first down. Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Richardson. Pass right side to down. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. A tight end in motion now. They'll run here with Taylor. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. They were stopped on second down, now third and goal from the 1. Here's Richardson. Over the top, he's got it. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indy. Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Back to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Sly's kick is good. And the Titans are back within 4 at 14-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Gould on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 36. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They'll come up here, first and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. On first and 10, here's Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and it just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first down, it's Richardson. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their second. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. This one from 39 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here. The second half starts with a touchback. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run once more. And it's Pollard again. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? It's hard to play that ball any better than the way the defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Richardson. To the left side and taken in by Downs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. That's caught. It's Mitchell. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Downs goes in motion. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now Richardson. He's got his man. That's down. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Throwing is Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Richardson going to look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one downfield for Okonkwo. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run on first down with Taylor. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They go right back to Taylor. And Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
From the gun, Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Richardson operating from the pistol. Looking middle, and he's got downs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Look at the three tight ends here on 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground, it's Taylor. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And they bring them down inside the 25-yard line.
Nice play here by Adonai Mitchell. And Mike, it's so important to understand in today's NFL, and teams continue to get better and better at it, the notion that if you want to score points in the passing game, it has to be a direct correlation to your ability to generate explosive plays downfield. And with Mitchell, it's a big reason why the Colts targeted him in this past year's draft. He is explosive. He can get downfield. He adjusts and tracks the ball very well. And then ultimately, you're not always going to be open. So if that's tight coverage, can you go up and compete for the ball? He checks all those boxes, and he's going to be a big weapon in this Indianapolis Colts offense.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Colts will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. And he will have a Titans first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And it's going to be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. A gain there of 24 yards. That's good for a Titan first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Out comes Sly for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Titans are back within 6. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
So it's a win